Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be diving into a game that's been parkouring its way through zombie infested streets since 2015. Yep, that's right, we're going to be talking about Dying Light. So, with its 10-year anniversary hitting us this year, literally a month ago, I figured it's a perfect time that we can revisit this open world game. So, grab your UV flashlight, strap on your running shoes, and let's jump right in. First up, let's talk about what Dying Light actually is. It's developed by Techland and released on January 27th, 2015. Yeah, yikes, it's been a while. This game drops you into a fictional city of Haran, a sprawling urban playground overrun by zombies, or, well, technically infected humans. You play as Crane, an undercover operative, sent to retrieve some sensitive intel. But things kind of go sideways fast. What sets Dying Light apart is a mixture of first-person combat, parkour movement, and a day-night cycle that really shifts the vibe. Well, why do you ask? Well, because during the day, you're scavenging for supplies, you're dodging the infected, which might be a little sluggish. You know, the game's not too difficult, but at night, oh man, that's when the volatiles come out. Fast, aggressive, nightmare-fueled, and suddenly, you're the one being hunted. It's intense, it's gritty, and it's got that perfect balance of freedom and tension. So if I was you, I would probably do most of your scavenging during the daytime. So, what is my rating for Dying Light in 2025? I'm going to give it a solid 8.5 out of 10. Back in 2015, it was a groundbreaking, very stunning game because of its movement and its atmosphere. And even today, it still holds up pretty well. Honestly, a lot better than most of the average games because, well, let's be real, we're going through a drought right now. But even with that said, it's not perfect. It's clunky. The story moments, well, they're a bit boring. Some of it is really repetitive, and it can drag out a bit. But the core experience, it's still a blast, and we'll get to that in a second. Let's go over 3 things I love about this game. The parkour, seriously, this game took first-person movement to a whole different level. I'm serious. I'm talking climbing buildings, vaulting over literal zombies, leaping across rooftops. It feels so fluid and so empowering, even a decade later. Honestly, in a zombie environment, it kind of reminds me of Batman. I don't know why, but it's just such a great movement system. Reason 2. So the day-night cycle that I kind of mentioned a little bit earlier, it's really not just a gimmick. It transforms the gameplay completely. Daytime, yeah, it's risky. Risky as, you know, runners can be. But nighttime, that is where the pure survival horror kicks in. Where tension is cranked up to 11, zombies are more aggressive, and you have some new zombie types to worry about. And reason 3, the crafting system, of course. You're not just going to be swinging this rusty pipe forever. Because, you know, when the game first starts, it's not really that enjoyable for the weapons system. Weapons are very bare bone, you don't have any blueprint capabilities, but once you get a little bit further into the game, you can mod weapons with electricity, fire, even blueprints for things like throwing stars. It definitely keeps the combat fresh, and it gives you that satisfying feeling of, I built this. Survival horror thrives on danger and creativity, and Dying Light surprisingly nails both. Now, just as an example, look at this clip where I'm using the constable. This is a blueprinted weapon from a baton, and now it has electricity, it has higher damage output, and it does a really good job at killing a large amount of zombies, and most of them, surprisingly, are done with a single blow. 3 reasons why it still holds up today. Okay, but does it hold up in 2025, 10 years after the original launch? Absolutely. And here's why. So first, the graphics. The graphics themselves, even 10 years later, I think truly immerse me because it doesn't feel like today's standards. We have a lot of AI upscaling. We have a lot of nitty-gritty games that just feel too bright. This game has a nice, vibrant feel with also having a lot of dark elements to it. And personally, I love that. I think the atmosphere is not too overblown. There's a lot of life to this game, and the zombies feel very realistic. But sure, some are going to complain and say, well, it's not ray traced, or, well, maybe this game doesn't have 4K native support. But guess what? This game has a great system to it, no matter what time frame you look at it. Now, Haran's crumbling streets and eerie lighting, they'll still pull you in, and it still has that nitty-gritty charm that doesn't need bleeding-edge tech to impress. Second, community and replayability. Thanks to mods, co-op mode, and DLC, there's still a ton to explore. People are out there speedrunning, building crazy weapons. I've seen plenty of people hop in my streams and ask to play with me or give me gameplay tips because that's just how much people love this game. And for a game that's 10 years old, that's pretty freaking impressive. So, should you play Dying Light today? Here is the deal, guys. Yes, you absolutely should play, especially if you love fast-paced action, creative freedom, or you just want a zombie game that's more about skill than some really cheap jump scares. Co-op is a beautiful bonus too. Grabbing a friend, which makes it a whole lot more enjoyable. Because guess what? While you're struggling, you can just put the zombies on your friend and you can just go on your day and laugh it off. But you shouldn't play this game if you're looking for a deep story or you hate older graphics. The plot, it's pretty basic. Kyle, he's a very generic hero, and the dialogue's meh. And yes, it's 2015 tech, so don't expect Dying Light 2's polish, okay? Now, I don't mean Dying Light 2 release day polish, I mean now, because that game has evolved so much, and I'm so proud of them for not giving up on it. Now, it is a vibe, and it's not a masterpiece, so when we're talking about Dying Light, understand what you're signing up for. My final thoughts. It is one of those games that just leaves a lasting impression. I can still recall the adrenaline rush from sprinting away from volatiles back in 2015. When you're playing it now, that excitement, it's not faded. It's not perfect, but it is a unique gem that mixes survival horror with open world freedom in a way that's hard to find elsewhere. Seriously. So if you've never given it a try, or if it's been sitting untouched in your library, I'd say it's worth dusting off for a nostalgic adventure. But with that said, what's your take? Have you played Dying Light? I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Are you still playing this game in 2025? Or have you given up on it and found a better one? If so, let me know. I love zombie games, and I would be very interested to see what you guys have. And don't forget, guys, if you have enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.